Do you use this like this, but would rather use this? Then hang around and I'll show you exactly what you need to do. Zwift is an incredibly powerful piece of software for training on the bike or on the treadmill, and they have been dangling rowing in front of us for quite some time. But in the meantime, we need a few workarounds. Fortunately, there's a couple of phone apps you can use that will let you get a few ride-ons while you row along. Now, there's a couple of apps that let you do this. Let's start with Road Biker. It's available on Android and on iOS, so search your Play Store or App Store and download it to your phone. Then you can find it and open it up. And the first thing I'll ask is for you to connect to your rower. So go press Menu to turn on the monitor, and if you have the latest firmware, just go to Connect, and that will then connect to your app. Then the next thing it's going to do is come up with the option to connect to Zwift, which means we can grab a cup of coffee and launch Zwift. Zwift's a great app, but if I had any feedback for them, it'd be to try and speed up the launch time and also the part when you finish your ride, row, run, whatever, and then you have to close down the entire app and relaunch it again to do another one. So that's Zwift launched, and it's already connected to my Whoop heart rate, but first we have to connect to a power source. So click on search and it can see John's iPhone, and then it'll automatically bring up the controllable one as well, so they're all connected. Then just hit OK, and then pick what world you want to ride in. Click Ride. While it's loading whatever world you wish, get yourself strapped in or whatever onto your machine. I'm going to do it strapless today. Work on my abs, work on my drive and posture. Although we're only going to be doing like 10-15 strokes just to prove. There we go. So wait for everybody to appear so you know you've got your connection. There we go. All I have to do is start rowing. And then that's it. My little Zwift cyclist is moving through the roads of Innsbruck while I'm rowing away on my Concept2. Now what you'll notice is the watts showing on Zwift are higher than the watts that will display on your PM5 on the Concept2. That's because Road Biker has an option in it to increase the watts output to kind of match what your rowing would be like to being cycling. If I was only showing the actual 165 watts that I'm rowing at right now, I wouldn't be going very fast on the road, whereas the 30% increase that you can get through Road Biker, which you'll find under the settings for the FTP boost, that is what allows your cyclist to be a little bit closer to what you'd be like if you were on your bike. You can of course turn that off, but it kind of makes it seem a bit more realistic. Now of course the downside is that if you get any power ups when you're rowing, then you think, how am I going to press the power up? But it works perfectly. That's how to make your rowing machine talk to Zwift. Very simple, very quick, very easy. Now what might happen is that initial connection when you go to ride and start, you might find it does nothing, in which case you just go to the menu and then go to pair, and if you see that the power source is showing as unconnected, just unpair and repair back into it again, and the second time round it should kick in, and that will be you all connected to Zwift via Road Biker, and you can Zwift and munch away as many meters on Zwift as you like. Now the alternative to using Road Biker is to use an app called Painsled. Again, it's available in the App Store, so you can download it, install it to your phone, and then open it up. Once it's open, head into the Settings tab and make sure that the checkbox for Zwift is enabled, and that will let it know that it needs to be talking to Zwift. Then you can scroll down, and if you wish to connect your heart rate, then you can do that too. It'll save the kind of Bluetooth connection chain. So once you're all connected and switched on this, you have to once again connect to your monitor. So turn it on, go to connect, and then it will connect to your monitor nice and simply. And of course, once all that's done, we need to launch Zwift. Grab yourself another cup of coffee. Okay, here we go then. So once again, the heart rate's connected through my Whoop. And then if I go to power source and search, you can see the iPhone is sitting there ready to connect. Now I'm going to check that it's all working and connected by rowing a few strokes. And you'll see it's popped up, 235 watts. Painsled automatically does this increase to your FTP. So I'm rowing at around about 172 right now, and it's showing 223. I'm sure if you dig deep enough, there's a setting somewhere to turn that off, but it's quite handy to have it. So anyway, so I'll do OK to connect to that. OK, so both power source and heart rate are currently showing as connected. Device status, yep, they're both showing there. We're still in Innsbruck. Click on ride. And there we are, sitting there ready to go. Wait for some people to pop up around me so I know I've got a connection. Start rowing. And my little man just stays there. So this is why I tend to go to Road Biker first. Go back into pair. You'll see my power source is suddenly dropped off. So I can go back in. Row a couple of strokes just to make sure it can see. So it's the one below it now wants me to connect to. Connected, okay, back. Start rowing again. And my wee man is still just sitting there at the bottom of the screen doing nothing. So Painsled may work for you. You may be able to get it working. But it doesn't work for me. Road Biker works perfectly for me, so that's the one that I always tend to go to because it's simple, it's easy, and always connects first time. But just in case you have an issue with Road Biker, then Painsled is there as an option if you can get it working. Who knows if it's my setup, maybe it's because I'm using Macs instead of PC, but we know everything kind of works because it worked for Road Biker, so there we go. So that's your current options until Zwift gets the thumb out and delivers rowing on Zwift. In the meantime, do check out EXR. It's a fantastic new piece of software that really does deliver that Zwift feel, but on a rowing setup. Or you could try RowPro, which lets you row online in real time with real people. Oh. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. Do check out some of my RowAlong workouts on this channel. In the meantime, stay safe, be well, and bye-bye.